Okay, hello children. So in last session we have studied some of the components of the system unit like the motherboard, battery, power supply unit and the main memory. So today we are going to learn the rest of the components of the system unit. Okay, so quickly we will start. Okay, fine. Now, the very first component, previously we have studied in the last session, we have studied four components. Now, the next component that we are going to study, it is the CPU. You all are aware about the CPU since childhood. It is nothing but the central processing unit, right? It is also called as the brain of the computer. If the CPU is not there, you cannot perform any task. Okay, it is the very most important component of the CPU. Okay, then it has two parts, the control unit and the arithmetic and logical unit. Now, CPU is divided into two main parts, control unit and arithmetic and logical unit. Okay, now further we will learn what is control unit and what is arithmetic and logical unit. Now, the control unit controls everything that happens inside the computer. Whatever task you're performing, whatever instructions you're giving to computer, that all the things are controlled by the control unit. Okay, whatever the task that you are performing, whatever instructions that you want computer to process, okay, all these things that it is controlled by which component, by the control unit. Okay, everything is in the hand of control unit. Okay, now it also fetches the data from the memory, sends it to the arithmetic and logical unit for processing. It fetches data means it what it does, it also fetches data from the memory, means what it does, it collects the data from the memory, sends it to the arithmetic and logical unit for processing. Okay, whatever data that is stored inside the computer, it is collected from the control unit and it is sent to the ALU whenever it is required. Okay, whenever the computer wants that data to process it, it is always sent by the control unit after collecting the data from the memory. Okay, and then after processing, after the data's work is done, it is then sent back to the memory by the control unit. Okay, fine, understood. Whatever data is required by the computer to process it, control unit collects the data from the memory, sends it to the ALU for processing, and after the work is done, that data which control unit has collected, it sends back to the memory. Okay, fine. And now what is meant by the arithmetic and logical unit? All the arithmetical and logical problems such as what, addition, subtraction, arithmetic operations are what, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, are solved inside the arithmetic and logical unit. Okay, which is the part of the computer. Okay, fine, understood about the CPU. Now the next component that we are going to study, it is nothing but the input output ports. Okay, now what is meant by port? A port is an interface between which the data is transferred between a computer and the other devices like printer, mouse, keyboard or monitor. Okay, it is an interface. Interface means what? A port is a medium through which the data is transferred between a computer and other devices like printer, mouse, keyboard or monitor. Okay, suppose when you want a certain printout, okay, and that data, that file is stored inside the computer, and how computer will send it, that file to the printer for taking the print, how it will send, it will use the port, it will send that file to the printer via ports. Okay, a port is nothing but the medium through which data is transferred between a computer. Okay, fine. Now next, in ports you are going to study the types of ports. There are two types of ports, serial port and parallel port. Okay, fine. Now what is meant by the serial port and the parallel port? the parallel port is used when the data is transferred over parallel signals. Okay, now you will understand in more you will understand when you will know the example of the parallel port. Okay, now what is the example of the parallel port? Printer. Okay, to data is transferred via the over the parallel signals to the printer. Okay, fine. That time printer is using which port? Parallel port. Okay, now when data is transmitted over serial signals, a serial port is used. Okay, now what is the example of the serial port? When you are giving certain input to the computer by using a mouse, means at a time on one click one file is opening, on second click other file is opening, like that you are giving input to the computer serially. Okay, that means the data is transmitted from mouse to the computer over serial signals. That time which port is used? A serial port is used. Okay, fine. Now the next device that we are going to study is the hard disk. Hard disk, everyone knows, hard disk is situated inside the system unit. Okay, now since computer holds the large amount of information, to store that information, to permanently to retain that information, something should be there to store it. Okay, now where this information is stored, where that your the data is stored, it is stored under the hard disk. Okay, what is the definition of hard disk? It is the mass storage magnetic medium that uses a rigid material disk for mass storage of data. Mass storage means huge storage. Okay, you all know that computer holds a large amount of data. Okay, and why the computer is capable of holding such a huge amount of data? Because it has hard disk situated inside the system unit. Okay, because the hard disk is installed, because the hard disk is mounted in the system unit, that's why computer is able to hold the large amount of data. Okay, it is hard disk always can hold the mass storage, a huge storage of data. Okay, now there can be one or more than one hard disk in the system unit. Okay, fine. Depending upon the computer, there can be one or more than one hard disk in the system unit. Okay, fine. Now the next device that we are going to study is the CD drive. Everyone knows what is the CD drive. Everyone knows at least what is the CD. Okay, it is the storage device, right? You can store your audio information, you can store photos, etc. in the CD drive, in the CD, right? To store that data, to retain that data with in the CD, to access that data whenever you want, a device is used, and that device is nothing but the CD drive. Okay, now the definition of the CD drive is nothing but the electromechanical device that can read a compact disc. Means it is, the CD drive is nothing but a device that can read uh, a CD, a compact disc, to so that we can access the information inside the CD whenever we want. Okay, fine. What is the CD drive? It is an electromechanical device that can read a compact disc. Okay. Okay, so the next device that we are going to study inside the system unit is the video card. Now, what is the video card? It is an electronic component that generates the video signals sent through a cable to the monitor. Okay, how the video signals are sent? Through the cables. And where the video signals are sent? To the monitor, so that you can you can play your video without any interruption. Okay, what is the function of the video card? To send the video signals through a cable to the monitor. Okay, uh, and the video card is also called as the video adapter. Okay, fine. The next device that we are going to study is the expansion slot. Okay, expansion slots are the means for adding or enhancing the computer features and capabilities. Okay, suppose you want to update your computer features, you want to enhance the computer's capabilities. Okay, you want to make your computer work more smarter. That's why the expansion slots are the medium through which you can enhance your computer's capabilities. You can make your computer features more attractive. Okay, fine. What is the function of the expansion slot? Expansion slots are the means for adding or enhancing the computer features and capabilities. Okay. The next and the last device is the integrated circuits. Okay. Now, what is meant by integrated circuits? An integrated circuit is a circuit in which some transistors are fabricated on a single piece of semiconductor material. Means there is a semiconductor material. Semiconductor, why only semiconductor material? Because it is the bad conductor of electricity. Okay, it will not get damaged and it will not get the components that are mounted on the material to get damaged. Okay, it will protect all the components installed on that material. Okay, fine. That's why only semiconductor material is used. Okay, an integrated circuit is a circuit in which some transistors are fabricated or mounted on a single piece of semiconductor material. Okay, fine. They are also called as IC chip. IC means what? Integrated circuit. They are also called as IC chip. Okay. Now, computers are built using two kinds of IC chips. There are the two main types of IC chips that are used for building the computer. First is the logic chip, second is the memory chips. Okay, logic chips, they are used in the ALU unit where the calculations are carried out. As I have said to you earlier in the CPU, that ALU is nothing but arithmetic and logic unit, and arithmetic and logic unit is nothing but the arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, they are carried out inside the ALU unit only. Okay, and how they are carried out, how the operations are carried out, they use a logic chip which will help them to carry out the calculations easily. Okay, fine. Now, where is the memory chips used? They are used in the memory to hold the data and instructions. Okay, where your memory, where your data are saved inside the memory chip. Okay, how they are saved? By using the memory chip. Okay, they are used in the memory uh, to hold the data and the instructions. Okay, fine. Now here we are ending our chapter. Okay, so there are 11 devices we have studied in the chapter of the system unit. Okay, let us revise it. The first device that we have studied in the earlier session, that is motherboard. Okay, it is also called as what? Main board. Okay, it is nothing but a printed circuit board where all the electrical circuits are printed. Okay, fine. And then we have studied the battery. A battery is a device placed inside the system unit for providing the direct current electricity, and as I have said, battery is responsible for the running of the date, time, calendar in the computer even when the computer is switched off. Okay, fine. Next we have studied the power supply unit. It is used for the conversion of the high voltage current to low voltage current, as computer devices require only minimum power supply of 5 volt to 5 volt and 12 volt, right? Okay, now next device that we have studied nothing but the main memory. Okay, and in that we have studied the two types, RAM and ROM, random access memory and read only memory. Okay, in RAM you can only you can read and write memory, but your data that you're writing in RAM, it will be retained as long as the power supply is on. But in ROM, your data is permanently stored. You can also access the data even after the power supply is switched off. It is always saved in the memory. Okay, fine. Now, today we have learned the devices like CPU. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. Okay, it is the brain of computer. All the activities inside the computer that is going on, it is controlled by the CPU. Okay, then inside CPU we have studied the control unit and arithmetic and logical unit. Okay, now next device that we have studied is input output ports. Okay, what is meant by port? It is a medium through which the data is transferred between a computer and the other devices. Okay, other devices like mouse, printer, like that. Okay, fine. Now the next device that we have studied is hard disk. Hard disk is used for the huge storage of data. It is situated inside the system unit, right? Okay, then CD drive. CD drive is used to read a compact disk. Okay, fine. It is an electromechanical device that reads a compact disk, right? Okay, then the video card is responsible for generating the video signals and sending it through the cable to the monitor, right? It is responsible for playing a video without an interruption. Okay, fine. Now the expansion slot, what we have studied under that, it is the expansion slot responsible for adding or enhancing the computer features and capabilities. Okay, if you want to update, if you want to enhance some features, it is done through what? Expansion slot. Okay, then we have studied the integrated circuit. Okay, integrated circuit is a circuit in which some transistors are fabricated on a single piece of semiconductor material. Okay, now they are also called as IC chips. Okay, then two types of chips we have studied: logic chips and memory chips. Okay, logic chips, they are used for carrying out calculations in the ALU unit. Then memory chips are used in the memory to hold the data and instructions. Okay, your data and instructions are saved in the memory chips. Okay, now we are ending here this chapter. Now I have attached one worksheet. You need to solve that worksheet. They contain objective questions only, and all the answers are in this video only, in this two videos of the system unit. Okay, one video that I have sent earlier and and this video. Okay, you need to understand all the things and solve that worksheet and send it to me. I have mentioned my email ID. You have to send it on that. Okay, fine. Till that, then take care. Thank you, and thank you so much for paying attention and being with me till to the end. Okay, fine. Solve that worksheet and send it to me, because your EV1 marks are based on how carefully you solve your worksheets. Okay, fine. Thank you.